Today was the day. John Boy found 5 rings, and I found the biggest piece of gold I've ever found. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about it right now. Alright, the beach looked a little different than I was expecting after Ophelia went through. John Boy actually had gone out the night before and actually got two junker rings, but it was too bad. You couldn't even get out there. The water was really high. We had a really high tide surge, so hunting the night before was kind of useless. But when I got down there, I was expecting, a lot of times when you have storms, all us military just wait for the storm to get down there because it does some different things to the beach. Sometimes what you'll see is these big waves crash, and actually where you get a cut, where it's like a straight cliff. And I've seen them 5 foot, 6 foot tall, right on the edge of the beach, so you know it's taken all that 6 feet of sand out and exposed everything below. And sometimes you walk along there and just stuff's everywhere in there. Got to the beach and there was no cuts. There was not a single cut on the beach. But what it did do, we had some really high winds, and the winds, it blew the sand right up to the boardwalk, and literally up to the top of the boardwalk in places, covered the steps going down some places. But as it blew it up, as the waves came in, it actually took chunks of the beach out, but I guess how it did, it kind of laid it flat, so you kind of had that curve down on there. But the beach was out here, and now it's here, and it did take that whole section out. So it did expose some things, but not as much as I thought it would. Sometimes you get it like that, and it's man, just bam, 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 and it was not like that. When we first started off, we went like 16 blocks, and I had dug 4 coins. That's it. So it wasn't like it, bam, 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 bam. It wasn't like that, which I was expecting down there, but it did uncover some things. Some of the coins we got, see if I can find one here, but I mean, really old. You see, like this has been washed off now, but it was just completely covered in green. So that's an old coin when it does that, when it comes out like that, and it's got that cake doing. So you know it's been there a while. So when you see that, you get excited because you know it's uncovering some old stuff or blowing some old stuff in. But you like seeing that older stuff in there instead of just like a fresh drop. Man, oh man, we hit a lot of different beaches, sections of the beach at Virginia Beach. And some of them, a couple times, got nothing. And then sometimes we hit a little hot spot. When I say a hot spot, what happens, I'm not exactly sure sometimes, but sometimes what you do is that you're going all of a sudden, you start hearing iron. Maybe, it's a lower tone when iron. So you say, okay, that's a good sign. Because that means a lot of the sand's going off. The heavy material goes deep in the sand, and as it takes the top off, you start hearing that iron. There's gold in there, or lead. There's gold and lead hang together because everything's going deeper, so it's starting to expose the stuff. And that's basically what it did in certain areas, but you really had to hunt for those heavy target areas, and that's what we did. I got a gold chain, a silver chain on the same beach, right? I mean, within not far from each other. John Boy dug. He tried to call me, my phone buzzing, sometimes I don't hear it. He got 3 rings in just a small area. He'd come back, but I was already past. Sometimes we get separated in there, and I'd already walked down the beach for a ways. So anyway, we actually went back to that spot, but the tide had come in, and the tide can change things quick. And it had come in and pretty much covered over where he was getting those rings at. It was done. Once that tide comes in, sometimes it just cuts off and it's done. All right, let's talk about what John Boy got here. Let me throw some pictures up. John Boy got 5 rings right there, 2 silver. One of them's really bright silver, so that probably wouldn't lost too long. The other was dirty. He's got to clean that one up. He also got, I think it's over $6 in clad. John Boy usually beats me on the clad. I got over $5, but he always sees he can get those quarters deep. But every time I say, let me hear that, John Boy. So every time he's shown me one that he's getting ready to dig, I could hear it with my machine. So you just got to get your coil over top of it to dig down and get it. That's the key right there. But anyway, got the picture of John Boy's up there. $6.06 clad, 5 rings, and a few other little odds and ends. But man, good job, John Boy. You got a lot of stuff there, and that's a lot of. He got more targets, I think, than I got. But anyway, we were hitting it hard. That's for sure. We left there and went to the one beach. And I'm gonna take this down and kind of show you my stuff right here. Stay tuned. All right, here's a broad overview of mine right here. You see, it's right many targets, but it's not. Sometimes we'll fill this whole thing up, and not that many junk targets actually, really, compared. Not sure what that's patient for. That's some kind of beeper or something. I'm not sure what that is. Like I got one $1 coin, over $5 in clad, which isn't bad. Somebody lost a little camera cap there. Saw that just laying there. Some of the other junker stuff, like this was laying there. I think it says one girl, number one girl, little thing there. These look, y'all saw me find these things here. They're just little junk pendants and different things. A little token here, a little pendant there. A little pendant here, it's kind of cool. I believe she could, so she did. This right here, this is sterling silver. It's got 95 written inside. I thought it might be Pandora, but it's not written. It would say, I think it's ALA Pandora on it, and it does not have that on it. But if you open it up and look inside, it's got 95 written in it. So that will clean up. So Miss Gigmaster will save that and put that on her Pandora bracelet probably there. But I did get 2 nice chains. This right here is a Tiffany sterling silver chain. I cannot believe some of the prices of these things when I looked them up. A huge one for $300. Unbelievable, because sterling silver isn't that expensive. But that name brand, Tiffany right there, runs it right on up. But oh my God, when I pulled this right here out of the water, it had a little tag on it, which I knew right off the bat. It had a pendant on it. I knew right off the bat that was not real. I thought, okay, that's not real. And I found enough fake ones to say, okay, that's probably going to be fake. But it looks good, but it's probably going to be fake because it had a junk pendant on it. I kept looking at it. I said, man, this thing looks pretty good, though. So I took my camera out, and sure enough, it does say 14K, which doesn't mean anything sometimes because a lot of times these are marked 14K and they're not. But this one is 14K. And I tell you what I'm going to try to do here. I'm trying to do one-handed here. See if I can get me a good scratch here. Okay. I think y'all can see that right there. Now what you want to do first is take 10 karat acid. And what happens, as long as it's 10 karat, it won't eat it. And you can see through it and see it underneath. Then what you do is you take 14 karat acid and you put that on it. As long as you can still see it, and you can still see it right through it, as you see, that means it's 14 karat. And this is 18. Once you put this on, it'll eat it right up probably. And as you see, it eats it right up, and you still see the gold through the other 2 acids, so it's 14K. Woo! Unbelievable, man. I'll put the weight up on screen. Unbelievable. over 37 grams. Crazy. Biggest gold I've ever found right there. I mean, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it right here. It may weigh slightly different. You scratch it, move around in the scales, but it should be pretty close right here. 37.61 grams. Oh my God. Biggest gold I've ever found right there. Unbelievable. All right, this one will go down in the history books right here. Biggest gold Gigmasters ever found right there. Unbelievable. And a Tiffany sterling silver chain. That's not bad either. Miss Gigmaster's already claimed that one. Oh my God. All right, well, I appreciate everybody coming out there and going out there with me. And I appreciate all y'all tuning into my channel and watching my videos. I love it. All right. Appreciate everybody coming on. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. And we'll see you tomorrow on another adventure. Stay tuned.